Always Bears on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the like.
Bears quarterback Caleb Williams was sent a huge message prior to the game against the Buffalo Bills. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. First and foremost, Bears fans, happy game day to every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have had a really good weekend. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for all the birthday love and wishes that you guys sent my way the other day. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for showing me a lot of love and support. Not only on my special day, but all the love and support you guys continue to show the podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. So Bears fans, as we all know, it's game day as Chicago Bears have their second preseason game tonight at Soldier Field against the Buffalo Bills. They did have their joint practice on Friday, and all seemed like it went really well, especially for the Chicago Bears defense, forcing another 3 interceptions on Josh Allen. They did the same thing to Tua. So obviously the Chicago Bears defense is playing at a really high level. And, obviously the expectation going into this new season, especially with Dennis Allen now as a new DC for the Chicago Bears, that this could possibly be a top 10 unit. They're obviously stacking these really good practices, and they're proving in these joint practices that they could probably be a threat going into this new season. So obviously a very positive. I'm seeing the Chicago Bears defense playing at this high level during these joint practices against some pretty good competition and pretty good offenses in the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Of course, you heard reports out of these joint practices as well, especially against the Buffalo Bills, that Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze's connection is continuing to go very strong. And we've had many conversations about that for the last couple of weeks, knowing that, going into year 2, the expectation, especially with Ben Johnson coming into the fold and how they really revamped this offensive line, that hopefully that would maximize the talent of Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. There was a reason why Ryan Poles drafted these guys together in the 2024 NFL draft. And it seems that Rome Odunze is continuing his very strong camp in year 2 for the Chicago Bears. So Bears fans, before I get into the bulk of this podcast, the main question and conversation I want to have is, what is your expectation for Caleb Williams? And I'm a little bit concerned just for the simple fact that I know if he goes out there and let's say, he plays one drive and he goes 1 for 5 for maybe like 10 passing yards, the media is going to eat that alive. They're going to tear him apart. They're going to say the Chicago Bears organization and the Chicago Bears fan base should be concerned. But for me personally, I am not concerned about preseason, right? I think Ben Johnson has a clear plan for Caleb Williams. My expectation for tonight is to see a guy that looks more improved with his footwork, guy that's making quick decisions and not really always playing Superman ball, but, just taking what the defense gives you. I just want to see him be more with the flow of the offense, getting into a rhythm early. And I think that's exactly what Ben Johnson wants to see as well during joint practice on Friday with the Buffalo Bills. That's something that you saw from Caleb Williams, is that he was, delivering the ball on time, making quick decisions. And that's exactly what Ben Johnson wants to see from his young quarterback in Caleb Williams. So the expectation for tonight and the reps that he does get against the Buffalo Bills at Soldier Field is doing the same thing you saw in joint practices, right? Quick decisions, taking what the defense gives you. Processing time needs to be at an all-time high. As long as he does that, I think I will be a happy Bears fan. So Bears fans, let me know down below in the comment section on what your expectations and what you kind of want to see from Caleb Williams and the starting offense tonight against the Buffalo Bills. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. So Bears fans, before I let you guys go on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, Caleb Williams has actually sent a big message, more of advice from a former Chicago Bears quarterback prior to the second preseason game against the Buffalo Bills. And this message was sent from former Chicago Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. He made his return to Hallis Hall for the joint practice between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. And he was just basically offering some advice to Caleb Williams, just knowing what it feels like to be the Chicago Bears quarterback. And, obviously, the pressure that it takes to be the Bears quarterback. And he understands that pressure that Caleb Williams is going through, being a former first round pick as well here in in Chicago. So I'm going to go ahead and play this quick little clip of the advice that Mr. Trubisky had for Caleb Williams. Check this out, Bears fans.
Definitely, it is a fishbowl, but at the same time, I would say enjoy it. Like, really take it all in. I mean, I only had it for 4 years. I wish I had it longer, to be honest. So take it in, enjoy the process. All eyes are you in this city, but it's really a privilege, and there is a lot of pressure that comes with that. But it's a privilege, and I miss that. And it's a lot of fun to be the franchise guy, especially in a city like this. So it's I would just say have fun with it and enjoy the process.
Did you enjoy it in the moment, or is that something that comes just with getting older and older?
I think I did in the moment, but I think looking back on it, I wish I would have enjoyed it a little more. So not regret, but just I think perspective now that I'm older.
So Bears fans, I absolutely love what Mitchell Trubisky had to say to Caleb Williams. And I've always been a huge fan of Mitchell Trubisky. I think, he gave everything he had here in Chicago. He's always been a true professional and a class act. Once again, he said, I only had it for 4 years. I wish I had it longer. Take it in, enjoy the process. And this is just a very simple message. He understands that it's not easy being the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, but it's also a privilege to be the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. He understands the pressure that Caleb Williams is feeling, especially being the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. He understands that Caleb Williams has the pressure to really turn this organization around and finally be the franchise quarterback that the Chicago Bears organization has been searching for a very, very long time. So I'm pretty sure that, he's had conversations with Caleb Williams, possibly behind closed doors, maybe after the joint practice with them the other day. And I think Caleb Williams will take it in and maybe even ask for some advice from Mitch Trubisky. I know Mr. Trubisky dealt with a lot during his 4 years here in Chicago. And once again, this fan base is fierce, and it's because we are passionate about this organization. We haven't had a winner in a very long time. So rightfully so, Caleb Williams is brought here to, hopefully turn around this franchise and make us relevant once again. So I know that Caleb Williams is feeling the pressure, but I also know that he's inviting it. He wants to be the franchise quarterback of this organization. But I guess my one message going off what Mr. Trubisky had to say is, yes, take it all in and just play your game. Have fun with it. As long as you give your all to this organization, I know that most of the Chicago Bears fan base, I'm not going to say all, because I know that Caleb Williams has a lot of haters within this fan base as well. But as long as you give us 110%, this fan base will rally behind you. I know that we did the same thing with Mitchell Trubisky. I know we did the same thing with Justin Fields. I know we did the same thing with Jay Cutler. As long as you come in here and give us your all, and just try to be competitive and show that you want to try to turn this organization around, this fan base will rally behind you. So I definitely love what Mitchell Trubisky had to say to our new quarterback here in Caleb Williams. And once again, Mitchell Trubisky has always just been a true professional and a class act. And as always, I wish him nothing but the best in his NFL journey. So Bears fans, let me know down below in the comment section on how you feel about what Mitchell Trubisky had to say to quarterback Caleb Williams. Just offering him a little bit of advice. Absolutely loved it. And also give me your prediction of what you think is going to happen tonight. I know it's just preseason, but do you think the Chicago Bears are going to win? Do you think Caleb Williams will have a pretty good outing in his limited amount of reps that he's possibly going to get here tonight against the Buffalo Bills? Let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, Bears fans, make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Kick on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Kick on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.